Hello everyone, happy Easter! Here we are after our 40-day period, or a little bit more, of Lent, and we've come to the peak, the moment that we've all been waiting for. But this means also that we can't underestimate all that we've just lived. We can't undervalue all that we just lived, because this moment gives it all the value that it's worth. In the Gospel this Sunday, we hear about Mary Magdalene, who had run to the tomb and she found it empty. And then it said that it was still nighttime. And so she ran back to the disciples because, she didn't know where Jesus was, where they had taken his body. And then the two disciples, John and Peter, they ran to the tomb. And I imagine that perhaps the sun was coming up a little bit more. And they arrive and first John doesn't enter, but then Peter does, and then later John enters. And it actually says that John was the one that believed first. And it got me thinking, many times in our journey, like we've just experienced in these last 3 days, we can experience so much grief. We can experience so much uncertainty of where things are going, or why we need to experience certain pain, certain suffering, certain moments that we have no control in. And I think John reminds us that we need to have eyes of faith. Like this work of art that I'm starting, I think that this is our life. Many times God is painting our life. He's like writing the story, a beautiful love story with our life. But sometimes we get up to a certain chapter, or we see some lines or some shadows in the artwork. We think, oh, that's not very nice. I don't want to continue with that. But this is the point. We need to wait. God's writing our story. God's making our life an artwork. And we need to, in this moment of the resurrection, enjoy the artwork that he's made. Look back on all the ways that God has transformed broken things in our lives into something beautiful, where he's made moments of death, moments that we thought, this is going nowhere, and transformed it totally into something beautiful. And I really hope that this Sunday, in this time of Easter, that you could really make this journey with the Lord, make this journey with Jesus, with the Holy Spirit, to realize, you're making a story of my life. You're making a beautiful artwork. And maybe I don't see all the details yet, but I want to live with the hope of the resurrection, the hope that you are transforming all things into beautiful, beautiful things in their time. Happy Easter, everyone.